Hello, friend, it's Tonton. Today, a very quick guide, kind of video, but to explain a few things I've been asked about regularly or that you guys might wonder because you might not have the chance to do this role, either Supreme President and being Transfer Manager. So kind of showing you the UI, the option, and kind of covering the basic for these two things that, only a tiny portion of us do. But sometimes it's a bit overwhelming for people just start to do it for the first time, they get confused. So the way it works, like transfer over, we got our 55 people. So, even if we have invite left, except, special invites, we cannot do much about it anyway. But I'll show you the interface. So that's what everyone got. You can see the state list. You can see the application that, if someone sends you an invite, but because I'm the president as well, I cannot transfer anyway, so I cannot get an invite. And that's the interface you get at the transfer manager, right? The main thing you have to understand is see, it says under chief ID. So you cannot search by name or by anything because you can search cross-state, right? You can search on maybe 50, 100 states, nearly 200 in our case. So the only thing that you need is the ID. Then what you see below, so when you have the ID, I cannot do it anymore. It's blocked. But even if I would do you cannot search for yourself. So let's pick someone else. Quickly, I can actually do it. Earlier it was somehow not working. So you see, you have the player shows and you have ordinary invites. If they are above the cap, which for us is 550 billion, you will have a special invite. If you click on special invite, you will have a pop-up telling you, which is really important to know and very good because yesterday I just woke up. Wednesday, I started to invite people. And one dude was like 2 million above the cap. I pressed invite without paying attention that it was it's a yellow button, and I had a pop-up saying, hey, you are about to send a special invite. And I was like, no, like the dude, we agreed with him to lose 2 million power, right? He just had to remove hero gear or something like that. So that's how it works. So you search with ID, and then you see the person. So usually it's good to have ID and name, so or state or something to make sure you have the right person. The way it works then, when you invite people, they are marked as undecided, right? So all these people I send an invite to. So we have 35. I can send out more than 35. And the first is first come, first serve, right? So the first 35 players to accept it, then everyone else will stay as undecided. So these people were meant to move and they had question or something else happened, whatever, and they end up not moving. So you see they're undecided, and now we are full. So even if they have an invite, they cannot come anymore this time around, and the invites will be expiring by next time we have transfer. So I send them an invite for kind of nothing. But again, you can send 50, whatever. I don't know if there is a limitation, but you can send more than 35. You can just have 35 people accepting. So when people are accepting, it says teleported, so you can see where they went. If they went to the alliance they told you, for example, because some people are like, oh, I want to join your alliance, Mr. President, and then they join another one. So that's the way it is. But you can see, some people teleported, some people are in an alliance, so you can see who get what. The thing that's happening here, you can only see the invite. You cannot see whoever came on their own on phase 3 on Friday. So for example, you can see who declined it as well, or someone that is not accepting it. So someone that say, no, I'm finally not coming. I don't know what happened in that case was for another alliance, but they told me send an alliance, an invite, I did, and they end up not joining. So it's not taking one of the 35 again because you can send more than 35. But you see the status of your invite and you can monitor them. The only exception is with the special invite, you cannot send, if you have 2, you cannot send 5 and hope for the best. Like a special invite is working totally differently. You send it, it's consumed. If the dude is not coming, is not using it, you get it back, I think, at the end of the event, right? So you cannot spam and invite wells. You have to be very careful. It's not totally wasted because I believe you get it back at the end of the event, but then, it's not like the ordinary invite where you can just, shoot it to 30, 40, 45 people. it's not what I will be suggesting to do. You know, it's like more, okay, work on your 35 people that you want to invite with your other alliance, with your other state members, and, you know, just go for that basically. Because you will have people disappointed. In that case, they got the invite in time for some of them. Give them the invite, you know, at least 8-9 hours before the Friday. Maybe it was not enough for some of them, but you know, they had a bit of time. So that's kind of what you need to know about Transfer Manager. There is not much more. You can, the first day, you can set up the power cap. So the way it worked for the power cap, I had the choice between 110, 220, 330, 440, or 550, right? So that's, you get some option. It's not you typing the number, it's like the game splitting the highest power cap in 5, it seems, and it give you 5 options, and that's what you can do. So that's when it comes to the Transfer Manager. Supreme President, I've made a video about being president. It's very, very similar, but there are a few things, right? When you write a decree, and this is for both states. So, you know, you rarely care about communicating about the other states, unless griefing, and I would not suggest to do that anyway, but you rarely care to communicate. But in case you do, you know, communicate to both states. What you might care if you announce like some buffs, for example, then it, you know, it's nice they know as well, so they can adjust it. Here, you know, that button is where you change your title, so you get what you want. So I want extra resources. Here, once a time, you can select a name, which I did not do. I had no inspiration to say. You can choose the flag for your state, which you can do once only. Then you can get, you know, you can change title. You can get any title you want. So for us, they are plus 50% because we are supreme. We stole someone's castle, and you have access to that title as the president as well, which is, you know, 7.5 of all stats. So you can choose the title you want. It's a 5-minute cooldown. So, you know, I just change, just changed it, and it says, okay, cooldown, right? So 5-minute cooldown. Here, it's kind of your little reward for president. So, you know, you can claim that. Some people sometimes are like, oh, president are very lucky. Like, that's peanuts. All of that is peanuts. Maybe the first 2 times you have a president, someone wants to be president for that. Fair enough, because it looks a lot at the beginning of the game, but at that stage, nobody wants to be president for that anymore, you know? It's an iceberg, but you don't want to have to deal with the works and, you know, the PMs and the stuff for that little rewards. You get the skins, all of that, right? Then you have the grants. So the grant are things you can give to people. That's, you know, regular president can do that. It's just when you have an SVS, you know, that's your alliance. And then when there is a SVS, you could give it eventually to other state as well. So you see, like, they are ranked by power right now. So that's the top in power from our state to their states. And people that are either eligible, because, you know, my alliance is showing here already, right? So Webster is here, for example. She's not showing here. That's all you know, chief name or ID, because it's only on 2 states, so you can get either or. That works. The way I suggest to do so is, like, you know, ask other alliance to give you a few names, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you share these, or, you know, you never do that, and, you know, everyone use them for their own alliance every time. But for us, we like to kind of reward a few players in every alliances if something happened in the last month, and, you know, or even the last 2 weeks, because you have them for regular Saint-Fair Castle as well, just in case. What's the difference about being Supreme President? Here is that skill. That was very confusing for me, because my first SVS, we had that skill, a 10% lethality buff, so it's a plus, it's additive, it's not multiplicative. So if you have 1000, you have 1010. If it was multiplicative, you will get 1100, right? So it's additive, it's a small thing, but that's what you get when you are a Supreme President. You get to use that. The way it works is, often, or people use it more interestingly. Either people use it on Sunday for Foundry, or they use it on Monday to Wednesday to register for Alliance mobilization, right? So if you have Frostfire Mine that week, maybe people use it on Tuesday, so you have it for Frostfire Mine and registration for Alliance mobilization. Some people prefer to use it on Sunday for Foundry. The way it works when you schedule titles, and the only change, you know, that you have when you are regular president or supreme is, like, include a defeating state when you are supreme, right? You can give it to the other state as well, which, you know, by default, I suggest you do. I suggest you share the title with them as well. I'll show you in a sec how it works. But, you know, unless your state do not want to, unless you made some clear rules and agreements and they are breaking them and you want to sanction them or something, you know. But, you know, by default, I'm kind of a nice guy, so, you know, I'm including both. So you see it's on cooldown for 2 days because we use it Monday for Tundra Arms League. So the way it works, if I click on it, I can apply it the next time eligible, right? So for us, it will be at the soonest, it will be on the 20th. So you can choose and you can schedule it. So I know, for example, you know, we want it for the 21st because I would just double check, but it's Tuesday. So because we will have a Tundra Arms League match eventually, right? So if I wanted to do that, I could schedule it, and you see it's not showing because it's on cooldown. But if I see it's already, I see it's scheduled on the 21st of October at midnight for both states. So, you know, if we have a match at 2 a.m., we got it. If we have a match at 14 UTC, whatever, we got it. And, you know, it's a use button for all of these. But if I click on it, it's use now or schedule. And if it's a title you never used, you can schedule it for the next, like, let's say 48 hours, a bit beyond that, between 48 and 72 hours. So you can use it now, or you can use it, you know, in 2 days, you know, until the end of the day, more or less. Now it's 48 hours. So that's really give you a lot of flexibility. You know, if you cannot be there at reset and you're president during SVS prep and you need these titles to be scheduled, you can do so. You know, you can do before bed, you can schedule them, you know, you can Monday, you can put construction, Tuesday, you can put research and stuff like that. You all have these, you know, skills, you know. But the only one that is exceptional to being Supreme President, the other one are all regular things. So you have, you know, ceasefire 1 hour. So I used that someone that was burning us after Sunfire Castle battle, and they were very strong, and they got, you know, they did not like it, of course. I got ceasefired myself, and it's not fun when you are buffed and you want to kill people or, you know, make points, get points for the reward as well. Just you are climbing up the reward. Maybe you could not before, but you know, that's what it is. I had to protect our people, so you can use the ceasefire. You can use the force exile, which, you know, will force someone to be teleported and put a shield on them. So if they break the shield to attack again, they will be unable to shield for half an hour. And as the president, you can do state search, so you can search for someone, you know, with their name, for example. So if I want to know where someone is, you know, I just click on them and I confirm the search, and the game will basically show me where they are. So if you're looking for an opponent, of course, they can teleport the next second, and then you will lose them. And then, you know, you will go back and you will see, oh, it's on cooldown for 2 hours. But, you know, if you can locate someone, that could be helpful. The main thing to know about being a Supreme President is one little thing. So you have always that, right? Maybe one quick more word about the gems. You see, I'm taking the gems right now because we went up in authority, and I'm burning through a lot of gems with Tundra Arms League. If your state is not that active and your authority is getting low, you might want not to use buff when it's not needed, because all of that requires authority, or you might have like to freeze president to get gems for a while. I might not do it for 2 weeks, but so far, you know, my gems are kind of going down because of Tundra Arms League and a lot of speed ups. So I allow myself to do that, but that could be, you know, if that's getting too low because your state is a bit, you know, a bit inactive, you know, just keep the gems. That's a lot of authority, and the way you get authority is by people. You might have wondered what it is here, but when people complete these, you know, daily missions, that's why you get authority. So that's why, you know, the more active state you have and more people are doing this, the more you get and the more you can use. You know, there is a limit here. Gems is only 3 times a day and things like that. And you see, like for the decree, there is a cooldown as well. And then for the buffs, what you can do and what we have been doing for Tundra Arms League, for example, is when you select the buff, you can auto approval for application for the 2 states, right? So you can, if I remove that, let me show you another one. See, you can do only victorious state or included defeated state as well. So for me, I do including defeated state most of the time. It's just that when we have Tundra Arms League, I'm blocking these 2. I'm giving them to the rally leader we want. And if someone wants to use healing speed ups, I'll use that one, right? If you are not, if you did not activate the automatically approve application, what you will see is exactly that, right? You can see the first time people apply, there is the red dot, but I removed it. I checked earlier and I removed it already. But You will click, you will have a red dot, and you will see the list. And you can decide, to decline, agree, and everything like that. So that's all okay. That's people wanting resources. So for this one myself, because these people can as well impact people that have the Minister of Interior, they can have an impact on the other titles, right? So they could technically remove someone. As you can see, like someone is queued, I could remove them. See, that's or you can do as well. I can move up people if I want, right? So there is, I can move to the top, or I can move one rank or remove that. And if I wanted to make a new reservation, let's say, okay, she's somewhere else. Let's say I wanted to give it to Skifney, so I'll click on them. So that's how president are slotting people for SVS prep. They are filling eventually with farm if they need to. And then at some point, they are adding people they just want to add. So, you can remove. And that's not going to give her a cooldown, right? I added Skifney to the list. She's not going to not be able to apply for 24 hours, like if you were canceling yourself. So if you take a title and you get it removed, so for example, Webster, she's like, I want to get another buff. I don't want to get that one anymore. So I can go here and I can remove her, right? So that's all okay, and then someone else can take it, or I can give it to someone else if I want to. I can just do what I want, and then, I want to take it off Sato, for example. Okay, fair enough. I made a mistake, but you see now it's on cooldown, and I can actually not give it to someone else, but I can queue them. So if someone did not do 30 minutes, you cannot you cannot change it every minute, for example. For like a training day or something like that, you cannot just remove it, give it, remove it, give it, remove it, give it to get faster. It's like everyone has to do 30 minutes. But you will have the choice to activate for both or one states. And it's, when it's automatically ticked, it looks like at what you've selected, right? Only from the Victoria state. But if you untick it and you click, you select, and then the text is adjusting. So both defeating states. But that's really it. You can have a blacklist. So we have that dude that, non-stop request the interior, and then when his interior is messing up around with our titles. So, we know him. Yeah, it's been like that for months. It's a small account. I don't even know if the guy is really playing or not, but, the second I became president, he asked me. So, he's trying his luck. So if you have someone like that, you can just, update the blacklist with some names and people you don't want to. Either they are sanctioned because they broke some state rules or anything like that. We didn't talk about the punishment, but it's really much the same, You can appoint someone and you can find them with their ID, with their name. The last thing you could want to do as well is, you can click on someone, use skill, and you see, like either you can use the buff that way, but it's not really worth it. But I can use the ceasefire, I can use the force exile. So people have been redoing their bear trap due to the transfer. So I've been asked regularly to move people out. So that, that's taking a bit of authority as well, 27K. Something like that. So if people give you the coordinate or the ID, that's how it works. So you always want to give your president. The most skills work with the ID, especially for transfers, but location is good as well. But that's all I had to say about it. Let me know if you have any question in the comment. That's kind of the UI, how it works. It's very simple, but in case these things are a bit mystical unless you saw them, unless you do them once. So, not everyone will be able to be president. So in case you wonder how it works, or it's the first time you will be soon and you're a bit scared, that's really that simple. There are not many things you can mess up. Maybe one last thing about the buff, they have a 7-day cooldown, right? So if you are president the week of SVS prep, you just want to make sure if you want a construction on Monday for SVS prep, then the week before you have to use the skill on Monday or Sunday, Sunday before reset, like 23:30 UTC. So it covers most of Monday, and it will be available to be scheduled for Monday for prep phase. So that's the only thing you want to know. It's a 7-day cooldown, and be mindful. But again, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.